welcome back. Okay, so if you've never been here before and this is your first time, I am the Alchemist, and I'm here to kind of bring forward a message for you. Leo, listen, last month, well, this month, I would say the month of December, I was not able to upload anything. I don't know why. Randomly enough, I put 7 videos up and one of them was definitely for Leo. So I'm going to just scrap the whole month of December. We're going to move into January 2020 Leo and what is coming for our Leos in the month of January 2020. 2020 it is looking like it's going to be a very interesting year with a lot of things coming to head. Meaning if you this year, the year 2019, have been pretty much laying a foundation, dreaming, manifesting, just focusing on the things that affect you, both spiritually, financially, emotionally. If you have been focusing on yourself in this year, doing all the work, right? 2019 is all about like digging, planting seeds. 2020 is all about harvesting. Okay? Harvesting, like actually reaping the reward basically of all your hard work. So for the Leo that I'm speaking to, I hope this resonates for you in respects to what's coming. Okay? Because that Leo has been, the energy I'm feeling is that you've been really doing some work. And it hasn't been working. I mean, yes, it's been working, but it's also been reflective, right? Like thinking about the things that affect you. So, okay, let's pull some cards. All right, Leo. I would say the last couple of readings, the last few, have been very interesting. If you have, and I don't normally say this, but for some reason I feel like this is going to be relative. If you have any placement in your chart that has Cancer and or Taurus, I would recommend you go and check out those readings. Talk about abundant readings. Talk about a favored period coming towards those signs. If you have placements in those areas, I definitely would go check it out. All right, Leo. So, while manifesting this year, and I have been manifesting some huge things. What I know for sure is what you put in is what you get out. Okay? So when I was meditating in your energy, Leo, that's what I was getting. What you put in is basically the harvest that you will receive next month. Well, starting at least in the beginning of the year, January 2020. Okay? All right, so let's see what we have. Oh, I got a puppy for Christmas, and his name is Theo. I just watched Theo pee on my kitchen carpet, my kitchen rug. How long does it take to house train puppies? How long does that take? I sat here and I watched him just pee. You know. And if you know Cancers at all, we are very funny about our space and sense, smell, energy. You know, I can't do urine in, of all places, my kitchen. All right, let me get out of there. Pay me no attention. I still love him anyway. All right, can we get one more? Let's get a couple more cards for our Leos. I feel like the story that may be coming. Okay, this might be. I'll take them. Let's go. And on the bottom of the deck, Leo, the Ace of Swords. Oh, somebody's finding clarity. Well, not even. This is spirit led. Okay. Okay. Wow. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to start this by saying that you have four major arcana called five, and I've only pulled 10 cards, basically. And five of them are huge. Okay. Okay. So Leo, listen, for the Leo that I'm speaking to, you have a lot of things happening. And I think in the year of 2020, this will play out. However, in the month of January, you're looking forward to being led by your intuition over your heart and or logic, right? Like you're being led by oh, okay. Let me rephrase this. It's not that you're being led. You are doing things differently, outside of the box, normal from what you have done in the past. And you're doing that on purpose. Okay? You have been, it's almost like I see you waking up in the morning. And normally, before your feet hit the floor, you would pray, give gratitude, say thanks. But what you've been doing recently is looking different than what you have done. So, for instance, I see you getting up in the morning, and instead of praying before your feet hit the floor, place your feet on the floor and start your day, and then praying when you're called to pray. Kind of doing things from a more instinctual place rather than a regimented place. And because you're doing that, it's causing you to find it's like a different strength that you've not been seeking, but you're showing up as like, this is not easy for you to do. It's not easy. It's challenging for you. But day after day after day, you've been able to do this. You've been able to cast aside an older mindset, an older thought, an older, just something that didn't work for you in the past, right? You didn't know exactly what it was. It's almost like you're trying to figure out, okay, to shake these things up, I need to do things differently. And I need to do things differently from a place of like the minute I wake up, not just, making decisions, but like literally with everything that I thought to be true. Trying to do things differently. Trying to just do things from a more intuitive place rather than regimented, okay? And because you're choosing to do it, you're finding the strength, something that you didn't even think that you could do. You're finding follow through. You're finding like a new beginning in the way you even see yourself. And because of it, it's like there's clarity being like in everything. There's clarity all around you. Things that didn't make sense before now have like kind of stepped in a different trajectory, if that makes any sense. Like you're moving in a different way now. You've realigned to a path that you were probably off in the past, but you've been realigned to it by making these intuitive steps. Like by taking these intuitive steps, you found some realignment happening. And so now with that, you're seeing how you're showing up is just, you feel like you're strong, like you got this. Like I feel like I'm making these decisions and I'm doing it from a place of not because I know, but because I feel it to be true. And you feel the strength in it. You're looking at yourself differently. And it's coming after a time of like the Nine of Wands, right? So it's coming after a time of feeling like, whew, I'm right there. Let me just continue to, right? So you're able now to kind of look at things a little bit differently, but you haven't given up. So you have the strength to kind of move forward, but at the same time, you know that you're still in protective mode, protecting of the things that you're creating that are new for you. And ultimately, what's coming for you is the Ten of Pentacles, because because you know for sure that what you need to do is stay the course, this new course. It's aligned you to a legacy. It's aligned you to dotting I's and crossing your T's. It's aligning you to like a different look for your life. So for the Leo that I'm speaking to, if you weren't considering a new beginning in your finances, if you weren't considering a new beginning in just a mindset, there's something happening on the inside that is sparking up new beginnings. And all of these new beginnings are based on the fact that there's clarity. So if you weren't considering it, consider it now, because now is when it becomes. Right now is where you actually, in the month of January, can harvest all the things that you've been planning feverishly, all the new beginnings all the things that you have intuitively been planning. There are new beginnings happening all around you, and now you're finding that you can see it. But moreover, Leo, there's something happening here with finances or a job. There's a move of a job, something you've been considering but didn't want to do. You've been considering moving or changing careers or moving, like moving households. There's something attached to your Ten of Pentacles that you're considering restructuring, changing, moving, and you're going to find more clarity in respects to that in the month of January. You've been protecting this idea. It's almost like you're not speaking about it. Something that you want to do, but you found that, when you've shared these things in the past, that maybe you went on, I don't know, you shared it with the wrong people and they weren't able to help you realize this dream. So you've been being more, you've been going inwards, if that makes any sense, to find clarity rather than in the past go outward. There's a move happening for you. There's a move happening either in your home or in your finances with a job. Are you changing jobs? You're going to get a message very soon in reference to this. Something you've placed. You planted this seed in this year, 2019, but you will get messages about this, harvesting this seed very quickly in the month of January. I think it's going to catch you off guard. I think it's something that you kind of dug in the ground, you watered it, and you walked away from it. That's the way you're supposed to do it. Because you've been protecting this. This is not something that you've been speaking about. And you're going to receive a message. So okay. There's a lot happening in the background. That's all. But these are all rewards basically for following, for being your own counsel. These are rewards, like you're gonna find clarity about these things, and these things are going to happen for you. And this is spirit. There is movement happening here. After some time of reflection, there's some movement happening here. So look, Leo, I do know that a harvesting period is coming for you. What you harvest, I don't know. But what I do know is that it's pretty big. It's a pretty big decision, and you needed to go within to do it. And you needed to also pass a test or two in respects to your mindset and your thought process. You know, kind of connecting to the things that are of your higher self. Okay? So let me go ahead and I hope this resonates for someone, because I don't know how this came off, but you've planted the seed and you're coming into answers pretty soon, very quickly. And it's going to be something that's going to require you to move or make a decision to move, jobs, residency, or residence or job. Okay, so all right, Leo, let me pull a card for direction for you. Let's go with the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck and see if Spirit can't lend you an ear with how to move forward in this, because I think this is going to catch you a little bit off guard. I think it's going to catch you a little bit off guard, and but it's all good things, right? It's all great things, but I think you're going to have to reconsider some things, one or two things. It's something that you haven't considered, and this is going to catch you a little bit off. So, okay, Leo, let's see. So we're going to ask the Oracle deck. It's funny, this reading switched gears. I was shown one thing, and then right towards the middle, I started to see something else. And I'm hearing now, because this is going to be, it's into the year of 2020. Okay. All right, Spirit, what do we have? What do we have? Okay. It is the 34 card, in the world, not of the world. In the world, not of the world. This is a beautiful card. Let me read what this means, what it can mean for you. And this is a lengthy, read. I'm going to just focus on maybe some things that you probably need to hear rather than reading the whole thing. Okay, so basically I'll read what's here. It is safe for you to become naked with life. This doesn't necessarily mean stripping off and running wild in public. It does mean stripping back your beliefs, strongholds, and mental or emotional security blankets so that you can live with less obstruction than ever before. Imagine the conditioning that has kept life away from you, just kept it dropping out of your hands like keys, coins, or clocks. Conditioned beliefs about money, time, security, having, locking away, holding, and controlling can be surrendered and allowed to fall away. What would it be like to feel as though you were on holiday every day? Perhaps there would be a softening in your way of life, an implicit trust in its flow, and faith in the ability of time to bend and stretch as needed so that all may be accomplished. It is at an advanced stage of our spiritual relationship with life that we are able to feel held within sufficiently enough to surrender our defenses layer by layer and to nakedly accept what it is. The oracle comes with a message. sometimes we need our defenses, and at other times it is clear we are outgrowing them. There is something that you have outgrown. It has to do with your ideas about productivity, time control, and money. It has to do with abundance, trust, and living with the fundamental belief that everything is going to turn out okay. You are ready to be much more vulnerable and exposed in life. You don't have to hide behind being organized, perfect, in control, or financially secure and stable. Basically, trust the process. Trust the process. That's what Spirit is asking you to do right now. Just trust that even if you can't see how this is going to manifest, how it's going to turn out, trust that it's happening for you, not to you. Trust that what you're going to be able to reap, the reward of this is bigger than you probably have imagined to be. And you're going to get word of very soon for something that you put out there and you created it in your own time, and you dug a hole and you've been watering it, and then you kind of walked away from it, almost like a dream unread or a dream unseen. But you're going to see this manifest soon. That dream that you kind of planted the seed, it's actually going to come to fruition very soon for you. So congratulations. This is an interesting reading, actually. I'm going to have to watch it back myself. You don't want to okay, I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna click off. Just because you're not seeing the fruits of your labor doesn't mean that your dream isn't becoming. So for instance, when you are manifesting, you're planting seeds, right? You're planting seeds of the life that you want to create, right? You're planting these seeds and you're digging them into the ground, and you're making sure that they're on soil that is great for reproduction, right? For growth, something that's very fertile. So you dig a hole, you plant your seed, you water that seed, and you walk away from it. You come back, you water the seed, but you don't necessarily see any change on the outside. You don't see anything bursting through the dirt, so to speak. But what Spirit is showing me is that below the surface, everything that you have been planting in this fertile period for you, the roots are so deep. Like the roots are expanding, they're growing, and this is nothing that you can see. So don't harvest anything just yet. It's right there though. It's kind of big too. And you're gonna see fruits of this very soon. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not happening, okay? And I'm gonna leave you with that. So congratulations, and I would love to hear how this resonates with you, if it does. If it doesn't, I guess you can put that in the comments as well. But please share if you do, if it did, if something that you did get from this. Subscribe, even better than that, okay? And I want to thank you for coming. All right, have a good one.